Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
Yeah. Yeah. Don Brown. Bills Mafia. Yeah. You find us, we breaking the tables, we tailgating, breaking them tables. You know the mafia dangerous, you see us, we breaking the tables. We breaking them tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them, breaking them. You find us, we breaking the tables, we tailgating, breaking them tables. You know the mafia dangerous, you see us, we breaking the tables. We breaking them tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them, breaking them. You know the mafia dangerous. Put a hit out on your favorite team.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Allen got weapons, shooting the bomb. Mafia mind. Please don't step on my shoes. Game day ones, the white, the red, the blues. Hey man, breaking tables is traditional. Fishing the fish. Look at my drip. Never cheating like Belichick is. Sean McDermott never telling the biz. Deion Dawkins missing Brown. We got Mitch. Gabe Davis toe tapping to this. Who making anthems that slapping like this? Nobody getting the traction like this. You find us, we breaking the tables, we tailgating, breaking them tables. You know the mafia dangerous, you see us, we breaking the tables. We breaking them tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them. The podcast breaking tables, you see us, we breaking them tables. Neil and Brian is breaking the tables. The mafia, baby, you know that we dangerous. Everybody know. Don Brown.
Get the tables.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, man, what a victory. Buffalo Bills move on to the next stage of the playoffs. This is Epic B.
This is Tampa Neal.
What's up, buddy? How you feeling?
Voice is a little scraggly. Sore as shit today. But it's fucking Victory Monday. So guess what? I'm amazing.
Victory Monday indeed, folks. And you know who brings you Victory Monday? Frank Santini Law Firm. So, Mafia, if you're injured in an accident, don't just call anybody. Call a lawyer who's going to jump through tables with you. Frank Santini, the same attorney you watched on Hard Knocks, breaking a table on national TV. He brings that same energy when he's fighting insurance companies. And the best part, you don't pay unless Santini wins. Call or text 888-645-3055. That's 888-645-3055. 888-645-3055. Past results do not guarantee future outcomes. Cases may be referred. This is a legal advertisement not affiliated with the Buffalo Bills, NFL, or HBO. Offices in Tampa, Florida, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. Oh, man. All right, guys. How's everybody feeling? Hit that like button. Hit that love button. Give us a comment. Let us know how you're feeling, because I'm going to tell you how I feel. I feel great. I feel great that we were able to get our first road victory in the playoffs and in that stinking shithole called Duval.
Dude, me too. It's been a long time since we've had a road victory, and I'm glad that I was able to be there to enjoy it.
Yeah, well, you guys are all welcome. You're all welcome that we won. It was my doing for not going to Jacksonville. So I had to take one. I had to sacrifice so our team could win. Had nothing to do with Josh Allen. Had nothing to do with referees. Had nothing to do with anything else but me. So you guys, I am your MVP. You're welcome. What's up, Brent?
Well,
yeah, he's pumped.
We all appreciate you.
What up, Runk? LFG, baby. So we got a crowd for a walk. Before we talk about this awesome victory in the wild card, super wild card, Tampa Neal, how was the tailgate, buddy?
Tailgate was awesome. We owned that tailgate. I was going to tell you that. So we had a Facebook group that had about 120 people in it of this specific lot that was there. So we had a meeting point at a racetrack. In fact, we met there one other time that me and you did a thing there. So we had a whole group of people meet there. There's probably about 25 to 30 cars that met there and all drove together over to the lot. And Yeah, it was a crap. We had a parade of people, parade of Bills fans going there, and yeah, it was a
How
whole
many in the caravan?
probably about 25 cars.
Oh wow, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's a good amount.
So they had the lot was a little weird because they like made you paid if you're gonna actually tailgate. So me and one other person that was with like my core people that were there, we each bought 2 spots. So we had our cars, and then we had 2 empty spots. We were just able to just set stuff up. Completely unnecessary. I'd never do that again because you didn't need to. Like Ryan didn't pay for a second spot, and he had all of his shit and everything set up. They didn't say any damn thing. So
They got you. You got had. You got.
We did. We just absolutely got for sure. But you know what? We had plenty of room. We had a party there. We had tables breaking. We had food. We had awesome food. We had, I mean, you name it, we had it there. Shit ton of Jill shots.
Oh shoot! Spilling beer over here, guys. Shit ton of Jello shots. Go on.
We'll get there, Mike. Don't worry. But yeah, I mean, like everything you could possibly want, we had at our tailgate. I'll tell you that right there. People were very surprised whenever they saw the eagle and were like, "What is that?" So naturally, what I have to do, you got to show them.
Man, let me tell you a story. Oh boy!
So I may have done a couple eagles yesterday, you know. But it was funny towards like the end of the tailgate itself. I had so many. I mean, I was doing stuff the entire time. Had no time to sit and relax. I was doing whatever you could possibly think you have to do for a tailgate. I was doing it. I was in there handing out Jello shots like crazy, and I had probably about 40 Jello shots, like 30 or 40 Jello shots. As we're about to walk in, we're like, "Oh shit, I gotta get rid of this." I started walking around. I got piles of Jello shots. Here you go. Let's do them. So as we're walking in, I made a shit ton of people happy as hell.
Nice, dude. Nice. What was the opposition like in the tailgates? Were there any chippering, or was just all Bills fans? Pretty much.
There were still Jaguars fans there. I mean, they were fine. We didn't have any issues with them. I actually had to borrow a couple cups from them, and they had no problem at all letting us take a couple of cups because we brought everything else you could possibly think of bringing. We did not have enough cups.
See, Tampa Neal, that's a typical you, bro, because you always forget one thing.
Yep.
Whenever we tailgated, it's always, where's Tampa Neal going? Oh, to the Walmart to go get X. You know, I was like,
however, everything that I planned on bringing, I 100% brought. Other people did not bring enough cups.
Oh, we'll blame that one on Runkle, right?
He did go home with one less table. His exploded. He sold his wife, I think. It spontaneously combusted. I don't know what happened.
What? Oh, that's what his excuse was. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
It's like exactly what happened. Your Bills Mafia, you know.
I mean, we kind of had the evidence on the pregame show yesterday. I did not forget to bring the propane tank. I was planning on just getting one there because I didn't want to drive all the way around the state of Florida. So to get to his thing here, he said almost forgot the propane tank. I did not bring that on purpose because we were going to Disney. The whole week I was planned on prior to this game happening was us going to Disney. My cousin was running the marathons and stuff there, so we were planning on going there for the weekend. But we shortened that up to go to Jacksonville. So I was not going to bring a propane tank to Disney. So I'm like, I'll just get one there, whatever it is, what it is. And then I called Ryan and said, "Hey, do you have an extra propane tank?" And he said, "Yes." So
That's cool to meet up with Hickman. Hickman, yeah. I saw Hickman. I didn't recognize him at first because we haven't talked to him forever. Hope he's doing well. I saw Palmy and Kaprosh. Kaprosh was on your live feed the entire time eating, blocking the whole view.
Yeah, they were there. They were there for the majority of the time too. They went over to the fans of Buffalo for a little bit as well at the end. But yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. That's for sure.
What's up, Reggie?
Amazing.
Of course, your Tampa Neal's famous wings. Game is Saturday, not Sunday. Yes, time is not set. They will announce it after tonight's Texans versus Steelers. Go Steelers, right?
Man, I'll play either one. I don't care.
That doesn't matter at this point,
You're
right?
Josh fucking Allen.
hopefully he gets healthy with one less day, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, what a game! Let's talk about this game, guys. Let's talk about this game. Tampa Neal, you were actually at the stadium. What was the Bills fans versus Duval fans like ratio at the stadium?
Ratio was nowhere near like it was 8 years ago. I will tell you that right now. There was still a crap ton of Bills fans. I would say probably about 35% of that stadium was Bills fans.
That's still a good turnout.
There was still a pretty solid turnouts. I mean, my entire section was mostly Bills fans. Granted, I was right by the tunnel where they were going in and out. There was a handful of Jaguars fans there, but it was really, to be honest with you, the atmosphere was a hell of a lot better than that game. Hell of a lot better than the last two games we were there. There were more points scored in yesterday's game than the last two games combined.
Right? Imagine
the worst fucking games I've ever been to in my entire life.
Ever. Imagine, oh, dude, imagine if it was another one of those stupid, like 3-10 games. Like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've seen 3 games in that stadium. The first 3 games I've seen have all been dreadful. The Bills have won one of the 3 prior to yesterday. So I'm now batting 500 in that stadium, just so everybody knows. I'm 2-2 in that stadium.
Nice.
So
what a Michael Vanderwalker? Yeah, hey, Ronk, more people could probably see better too with your big ass sit down. He's a big dude. He's a big dude.
So yeah, we had 6 seats right all in a line for us. And I'll tell you, it was pretty awesome. Like we had a good group of people that were around us. There was a guy that was in front of us. It was a shit ton of fun. We made fun of him a little bit. We were, going back and forth. He's a Bills fan. When they started to play a little like, what's going on? Don't fucking blow this game early in the game. We're like, oh shit. It actually got warm in the stadium. It was chilly to start the day off. It was rainy. It was rainy to tailgate. I mean, you saw on the video and everything. So the weather was really crappy during the day. And once the game started, like the sun came out. And it was nice. It was nice and warm in the stadium. It got a little toasty. Well, not toasty, but like warm. So he takes his jersey off, and all of a sudden the Bills started like kicking ass. Like he was trying to just take his sweatshirt off. And when they started kicking ass, we told him, no, it was right after he took his jersey off, there was an interception. And then we told him, like, you need to just kind of leave the jersey off for a little bit. It never went back on, basically. So we're having a lot of fun with him.
Well, let's talk about this game. Let's talk about one thing that you absolutely loved about this game, Tampa Neal.
I mean, where do you start with this game? There was a lot to like. There was a lot to not like.
All right, right now we're only things that you like. We need to talk about that. Moving on.
I really liked how much wide receiver play was a big thing yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They were not James Cook. We knew going into this game that Jacksonville has a really, really, the best run defense in the NFL. So we knew that going in. We were like, okay, well, we have the best running back in the NFL, so we'll see how that works. Well, I'll tell you one thing. They did a damn good job against our O-line and James Cook. So the only problem is that we got, Superman as a quarterback. So he put on his cape and he did what he needed to do. And I'll tell you one thing, he did it very well. It wasn't to all tight ends. It was to wide receivers.
Everybody. You get the ball, you get the ball.
Shakir is the only person in the NFL to ever have 12 passes thrown to him and 12 catches in an NFL playoff game. Nobody's ever done anything like that before. He had an unreal game. They kept getting the ball and he was doing things with it. I know that I've a play that I hate very much. They ran a little too much, I think, yesterday, but there's a few times that it actually worked. The wide receiver screen a few times. did work yesterday, but they used a little too much, in my opinion. But to see the wide receivers involved, Cooks had a great game. Coleman had a key catch downfield. Like, seeing these guys get involved is what should scare the NFL.
Absolutely.
Every team.
9 different receivers. It's like you don't know where the ball is going to go to. Yeah. Josh Allen has capabilities of throwing it unbelievable. Like that one big one towards, I think it was the fourth quarter, where like the guy's like fingertips, where it was like 2 inches above his fingertips, and the ball just went down into the hands of I think it was Shakir, actually. Brandon Cooks, yeah. So that, you know, these guys were catching the balls. They were like a couple stupid bonehead plays, but yeah, ultimately the wide receivers, the ball was tight. Josh Allen was just kind of pinpointing it where it needed to be. Don't make stupid mistakes. Guys were catching, unlike the Jaguars defense, who wide receivers weren't catching. Hence the interceptions.
Well, one thing I heard on the radio today that I didn't know at all. Apparently the Jaguars lead the NFL in tipped balls. And just by watching that game yesterday, 100% can see that. The Bills could have easily had 5 interceptions yesterday.
Oh, how many times it just bounced off the hands of Cole Bishop?
Well, there was one that bounced right off his hands that it was like, oh, how do you not catch that? And then the next pass went directly to Shaq Thompson.
Right. Shaq Thompson. Right where he needed to be.
White had, I thought for sure was an interception and didn't in the end zone there. But I mean, man, there was many a times where that ball was tipped up where anybody could have grabbed it.
Well, that's what's going to lead me into what I really liked about this game. The DBs, bro. The DBs. I mean, Christian Benford was pretty much lights out except for that one that got away in the end zone. And just Trey White looking like Trey White that we knew.
Absolutely, man.
And not having, Maxwell Harrison out there, we were kind of like little, because how deep the season runs. And thank God Trey White he found his rhythm.
Yeah, he was a force yesterday. He was a huge force yesterday. He was in the right places. He only had, I think, one really just bad coverage play. But other than that, he was dead on, knocking balls down. What do you have? Three pass defenses, like official stat of pass defense. I mean, man, he was on fire yesterday. I know the defense allowed 24 points, but I'll tell you one thing. They looked dangerous yesterday.
They looked really, really good.
Yeah. And let's not forget, Jaguars have a very solid football team.
They're a good team. A lot of people were calling the Jaguars to win.
Yep.
For how good they've been playing and how solid their team is. Their defense is probably just as good, maybe a little not as good, but just as good as the Houston Texans defense, who have one of the better ones in the league.
Yep. And their offense was doing quite well too. What's it there? I saw something today. They had an 8-game winning streak coming into today's game. The Bills in the last 2 years have ended 4 8 or more game winning streaks.
Well, it's going to be 5 next week, but we'll save that one for Thursday.
Do they have a winning streak too?
I think so, like 13 games or something like that.
Oh wait, no, they just lost to the Jaguars. Like a few weeks ago, they just lost.
No, dude, they're on a winning streak. I'm pretty sure. Look them up. Look up Broncos schedule and see.
I am. The Broncos lost to the Jaguars 3 weeks ago.
I do want to say one other thing that I do really like is our kicker, Matt Prater, making that 50-yarder. And, injured 41-year-old. And when Little, the kicker for Jaguars, missed it, everyone's like, oh, my God, it's automatic. It's automatic. This guy kicked 70-yarders like in his dream, dude. And he's at home. We're like, fuck, dude, it's automatic 3. Sure enough, miss. What? So we actually had the better kicker yesterday.
So I actually didn't even see that missed kick or realize it was a missed kick because I was still busy yelling at the referees because they fucked that time thing up. I don't know how on earth they still had time on the clock, but they did.
It wasn't.
You were
The ball
watching it.
wasn't even
You were
snapped.
watching it
Ball
on
wasn't
TV.
even
So I don't
snapped.
know.
Ball wasn't even snapped, and they showed it on slow replay. It
Yeah.
was at 0 for like 10 seconds, pretty much. What it felt like.
Yeah, I thought it was at 0. I'm literally counting down, and it's at 0, and all of a sudden a flag came out, and I'm like, "How's there a flag? The quarter's over, half's over." So yeah, I was busy yelling at the referee for that entire process of that kick. So he didn't listen to me. McDermott listened to me, however. McDermott did listen to me because whenever that challenge flag came out, I was sitting there, McDermott, y'all, that's your challenge, Rosie. And then he threw it.
Oh, the one where Lawrence dove for that first down?
Yeah.
Well done, sir. Well done.
So I appreciate him acknowledging me in the his press conference yesterday. So do appreciate that.
The weird looking guy with glasses and the beach hat.
he told me I should do it, so I'm doing it. The other one thing, it's the beginning of the game. Believe it or not, the stadium was not quite that loud, especially with Bills fans. So I started getting a little nutso and turning around and like, you guys all need to get louder, screaming, getting everybody loud as hell. We got Bills fans going nuts finally in our area. And just as that happened, Jacksonville got a false start. I'm just like, that was us. That was 100% us. And it was just so you saw that false start. That was me.
Well done, Neil. Well done. See what we do to contribute the victory for the Buffalo
People
Bills.
Realize it's work.
It's not insanity if it works, right?
Exactly. It's only crazy if it doesn't work.
Oh man. One of the things that we liked about this game, dude. Special teams, Prater, obviously Josh Allen. Man, it was like I can't really take things defense played well. Rousseau was troublesome.
Rousseau was all over the place too.
Yeah.
I mean, he was knocking guys behind the line of scrimmage. He got the sack. He had a hell of a game as well. I believe he knocked the pass down as well too. I mean, everybody was tipping balls around. Like, I mean, I don't know how. I don't think I've ever seen so many tip balls in one game before. Like, that was just weird to see. And then when I actually hear that they're the most tip ball, I'm like, how is that? First off, who keeps that stat? Oh yeah, this. I mean, we didn't talk about that shit. The infamous tush push, that just didn't seem to stop. So that was right in front of us. So we're watching this. We're like, oh, here we go. 4th and 1. Here we go. Tush push. Here it comes. And he got it. And we're like, sweet. We're all happy that we got it. And they're like, well, he's still up.
He's still going. Is he literally getting carried? Like it turned into the tush push.
He said Torrance actually lifted him up for a second. He carried him about a yard.
What were we gonna call that one? Just like you can't really call it tush push at that point when you're basically cradling Josh Allen into the end zone. Well, short, but still, he tush pushed the next game too. The next play after that, and he went like 4 yards.
It's the snowplow.
Snowplow. It's always been a snowplow.
It's
part of the snowplow, folks. 10 yards off a tush push.
10 yards.
Come on, Philadelphia.
Amazing.
Come on, Philadelphia. Try to do that. Oh, you can't because you're on your couch.
Yeah, they are. That's funny, isn't it?
And for some reason, I thought Carolina won the other night. And I just had to go back and I'm like, next day, I'm like, oh, shit. Carolina actually lost to the Rams.
I mean, that was a great game to watch. That's for sure.
That was a good game. Yeah.
I mean, we got there on Saturday. And I met Mike Runk up at one of the Bills bars there in the area. And That was an interesting evening too, just so you know. And actually, has absolutely nothing. Well, it has a little bit to do with Mike, but he didn't cause the making it interesting. We got there. They were saying that they're going to have the Sabres game on. Just to give you a quick heads up, they did not have the Sabres game on anywhere. They kept saying it was on outside, but it was not on outside. We're watching the Carolina game. That was on every single TV in the entire place we got there. So we're like, okay, sweet, watch this game. Be a lot of fun. Game ended. We're still ordering beers and stuff. We're waiting for the other game to start. And they put on some college basketball game that nobody was watching. They finally put on there was some guy that was there. He was entertaining as shit. He put like YouTube on trying to find it. And we're like, it's not on YouTube, it's on Prime. You got to go to Prime and get it. So they finally get this thing on, and they said they can only put it on 2 TVs because their thing doesn't allow them to put it on more TVs in the bar. So we were literally at this place watching on cell phones games.
A Bills bar?
Yes.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
So it got better. Mike actually clocked in and was working for the place for a little bit. You ever hear the whole phrase of "we'll work for beer"?
Yeah,
that actually happened.
Sounds like the Mike I know.
We put our name in for a table for this place like hours ago, and kind of basically forgot about it. I went up to the front thing to see where we were, and there was one person in front of us, and I looked back, and there's like 5 tables that are open that are just full of stuff. Like just not cleaned off or bust or anything like that. So we go to like this high top area, go sit down and basically move all this stuff over to one table so that we can sit down and order food and, get some more drinks. One of I don't know if the guy was a manager or what he was, but he comes over, order food, and Mike's like, "Can I get a bucket of Blue Light?" He goes, "I will do this for you because you want more people sitting. I'll get that table right there all cleaned off and everything for you." So Mike literally busts a table and gets a free bucket of Blue Lights.
That's dope. That's dope.
And I'm like, so you basically just clocked in for them, like. So yeah,
I was gonna say, is that your first time meeting Mike? But I forgot you met him in Miami a few times.
Yes, I met him in Miami, met him in Nashville.
That was Nashville. How can I forget about that story? Did Ryan and him talk about that?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good laugh.
That was a good laugh. All right, let's move on to what did you not like about the game, Tapanio?
Probably the biggest thing I didn't like. There was I'm trying to think of whether it was a 3rd down or a 4th down play. I don't like unnecessarily running Allen. Called runs we don't need to do that. Like that should not be the playbook. Because I'll tell you one thing: if you call a play and it doesn't work, Allen's going to make the play. A called run on, I think it was 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, and we ended up losing the drive on that. I'm just like, what the ever-loving shit was that call? It was the most annoying call of the game. A called run for Allen is the most unnecessary call.
Agree.
I don't like it, and that's right here. That's to do with it. Allen just got the ever-loving shit kicked out of him in the first half. Do not want to see that at all. And a lot of it has to do with stuff like that. We just don't need to do. We don't need to put them in those types of situations.
I mean, overall with Jacksonville, they're dirty. They're dirty, and they got away with murder on a lot of these plays. Josh Allen specifically, when they're like just guys just doing bombs on his face, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was already down, and a guy just comes jumping over a pile and just lands straight. ATM on Josh Allen's mask.
Yeah.
Gabe Davis, same thing.
Gabe Davis's knee. That. Did you see that?
Oh, dude.
He posted his picture of it on Instagram. I'm like, dude, that's gross. Don't put that up there. But yeah, I just don't want to see our guys being put in unnecessary situations. I get there's some that are just aren't gonna do anything because you're not gonna stop Allen from making those plays. But don't put him in the situation where he has to do that because that was the call that was made.
I also do not like the injuries that came out of that game. Dude, Gabe Davis out for the rest of the year.
Yep.
Poyer out for the rest of the year.
No,
dude. He's out for the rest of the year.
They didn't say that. They said he was going to try to get back into the game yesterday, but he's definitely got an hamstring injury.
Oh, so I thought for some reason this is why you don't
worked out.
That's why you don't follow news on Facebook because
I didn't follow news on Facebook.
Just randomly read that. Some random news organization said that he's out for the year, but whatever.
Oh no, Sal Capaccio came on and said today he goes he was trying to they were working through that injury yesterday. He never got in street clothes or anything like that. He was trying to work in, trying to get back into the game yesterday.
Because Rab's out for the year, right? Or they just don't play him.
Rab's done. Yeah.
Stupid helmet.
It wasn't a helmet issue. What he had surgery or something.
I know, but Rap he just looks stupid with that big old helmet.
Yeah.
Let's call it a spade, bro.
Come on, just run people over with it. Got a big ass head.
In NFL, one last thing. Can we please, I get that money is involved in these games. And don't fool us by saying, oh, there's integrity of these games when you're getting paid billions of dollars from sports bettors across the nation. Referees, please. What the fuck? We got to clean that up, dude. Just a lot of bad fucking calls. A lot of bad calls.
Mm-hmm.
What's the worst one outside of the play is game's over or the halftime's over and they're blowing a flag for false start because
I don't know what the hell it was. And I didn't have the luxury of replay like you guys did, but I saw that was over, and I had 100 beers too, and 100 Jello shots, and I saw the time ran out, so yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how they could possibly have fucked that up. They really don't. I know they usually give the benefit of doubt to the home team, but still, there's, yeah. But okay, karma's a bitch.
We will not know until what time they will play until after tonight's game.
Dude, I've heard.
It's probably going to be 8 o'clock.
I know that's all the rumors out there that it's going to be the 8 o'clock game, which makes no sense. Because you think they'd want to have the Seattle San Francisco game be the 8 o'clock game.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Because now they're going to have a 1 o'clock game and we're stuck with the night because they're 3 hours back.
Yeah, that's stupid. They'll do that. But hey, what do I know?
Now, luckily there aren't a lot of 49ers and Seahawks fans at Brennan's Sports Pub in Pompano Beach. So we should be all right. Folks, get there early. If you're coming today, get there early. None of the showing up at 12:30 bullcrap. Well, like you did yesterday. So if you are watching South Florida Bills backers, you need to get there early and get your table because we're not reserving all these tables for you. Not happening.
We're Sean late.
What's that?
I said, was Sean late and you have to reserve a table for his ass?
He was he's with us. He's a guaranteed main table. But he was late. He did not go to the tailgate. And I was the only one there. Still 10. People, two couples got there early, but they weren't drinking. They just wanted to get a table. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess I'm back to tailgating by myself.
To drinking alone.
But I was blasting some good music though. I was entertaining myself. Even Patricia didn't want to tailgate with me. She was in the truck the entire time. No, you weren't. Yeah, this doesn't count. This does not count. You sitting in the truck the entire time does not count tailgating.
You throwing a beer at him every once in a while when he needs a new one doesn't count. Although if you did that, you should have totally videoed it. There's another one. Boom.
Hut one, hut two. Paul, what time should I be there to arrive to help, buddy?
You should be there already.
Anytime you want. 8 o'clock game, 9 o'clock, buddy, in the morning.
But they were the time for them to open those gates up, they were on point. They were not letting anybody in there early at all. We were hoping like hell we can show up there early. We'll get in there early. Yep, nope.
Oh.
Yeah. Damn it.
Who's going to Denver this weekend?
Dude, I thought about it.
Don't press your luck, Tampanil.
I mean, if they lose, I feel like it's my fault that we didn't go.
But it's your fault.
Suspicious.
But it would be your fault if you went.
I'll tell you one thing. I was a tad bit worried about yesterday's game just because of my own stupid superstitions. Because this year I didn't see a win yet. Like, son of a bitch, you motherfuckers better win.
Wow, that's some balls right there, dude. I'd be disappointed.
Yep.
I'd be disappointed.
Got to break the streak at some point, right?
Yep, eventually.
But let's talk about the end of the game, because the end of the game was pretty awesome. That fourth quarter,
yeah,
being in that stadium was a lot of fun. The back and forth, the son of a bitch, being like, oh yeah, it was a crap ton of fun. There was a point where Mike put his thing on there earlier that he needed to sit down. Once he sat down, they scored every time.
I would have duct taped him. I would have duct taped him to his chair.
He stayed sitting for a little while. So once they scored, he again stayed sitting, and we were talking about that. Like, what would you have done in this situation if you were McDermott? Would you have tried to run some time off the clock or do exactly what he did?
I think what he did was perfect.
I thought what he did was perfect too. You score when you could score. You don't. You're down. You're losing. You need to score. I know you want to kill clock because of your mentality of, well, I want to give them as little time as possible. You score when you could score. I would do exactly what he did. I thought he did exactly right. However, I was telling people not to fucking touch him. I had
Get away.
I looked over at my wife because me and my wife, as most of our viewers know, we were at the 13-second game, and we got all excited when we scored that touchdown in there too. And I looked at her. I was like, I feel like we've been here before. They better not fucking do the same thing again. And right as soon as I looked at her, we had kind of had that same look in our eyes. We all got to see this.
50. That would match his career long as 68. Going to take balls intercepted. The game is over as Cole Bishop gets it off the rebound.
The whole bar was going nuts, dude. I should have
recorded. We went fucking nuts. I may have had a few tears in my eyes because I was just like, thank God they didn't fuck it up.
Right. Well, that's a stereotypical Bills fan. When we start getting comfortable, it's like, oh, how are they going to disappoint us this time again? But then
I was very happy they did not.
Paul, what's up, man? Don't think one of the touchdowns Allen should have counted. Don't you think? Yeah, well, they didn't count it, which I think it was a touchdown, but he got it next play anyway. So with a tush push, another tush push.
Which that was another clock thing that was stupid as shit. There was there was 59 seconds on the clock, and it went down to 55, and they put more time on the clock. And I was just like, what do you say? That one play was 1 second? Are you kidding me? There was another clock thing that was really weird.
Didn't they give him like a 10-second runoff?
Well, that was in the first half, and they should have. I yelled that to the referee as well, by the way. Just a good thing I was there.
Maybe you should go to Denver, bro.
See?
Actually, I don't know if I have any connections. Do we have any connections in Denver? We've never dealt with any Denver Packers.
No. I've been to Denver twice. One time was to fly through it. One of them was a layover.
Well,
I mean, fans of Buffalo's doing their thing there. So if you're going, make sure you get a hold of them and get on their party because it'll probably be a good time.
oh, it's a good time. Fans of Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
There are no competition. Everyone else are just Temu fans of Buffalo. Oh man, I feel good. I feel good going to Denver, folks.
Dude, I do too. I actually feel better going into Denver than I did going up to this Jaguars game. I feel like that's a lot of us right now. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. I think Denver has a better defense than the Jaguars do, but I don't think their offense is anywhere near what the Jaguars' offense is.
Not at all. You tell me Bo Nix is he's like a Trevor Lawrence from Temu, you know? I don't just because they got a really good defense, they stay in games and they have an efficient offense.
And I wanted to look this up before I got on the show. I'll have it ready for the next one, but Allen against Vic Fangio, he's got a really good record against Vic Fangio. Just so Bills fans feel free to look that up, but I'll tell you, Vic Fangio was the DC of Miami for a while. He was actually the head coach of Denver for a little bit. Everywhere Vic Fangio has gone and Allen's played him, he's owned them.
So now he's the DC of the Broncos, just for clarification.
The DC of the Broncos, yes.
Under Sean Payton.
So I am perfectly okay with going up against him all day because I think Allen likes going up against him too.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a game. And now that they're going to be, a mile high above elevation, Josh Allen's ball is going to be going, he normally knows you can throw probably a 60, 70, maybe I would say 75-yard bomb. His biggest one was like 65 or 70 yards. But imagine having a 100-yard bomb easily in that stadium. Yeah, I can see it happening. But we'll talk more about that on Thursday, get into the game specifics. And then obviously we have our Sunday tailgate, which you don't know the time yet. So if it's a 4:30 game, Tampa Neal, I think we should do our show at, what, you want to do it 3 o'clock or 3:30?
Do it earlier because if it's a 4:30 game, I'm going to go to the patio and I'm not going to be able to get a table anywhere there. So I'm going to have to do the show here and then go there.
What time then? Because I'm going to be at Brennan's, and I don't want to.
I would say like 2:30 or 3 would be preferred, but we'll put it on Facebook. We'll talk about
that.
Right,
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll take it off air. 8 o'clock game though. What about the 8 o'clock game?
Again, we'll talk off air about that. Well, because I got to figure out where we're going to go for the game to begin with. We're trying.
Because I'm doing a show live from Brennan's, so. Okay. Maybe do it from your phone. I don't know. We'll figure it out, folks. We'll let you all know. We'll post
definitely figure it out, and we'll post the hell out of it, and you will definitely know about it. And you will like it.
You'll love it.
Or maybe I'll just get nostalgic, and I'll do it from Mile High Stadium. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? John, buckets.
There we go, Monk. There you go, Neil. There's your stats.
There you go.
Josh Allen stats versus Vic, 66.2 completion rate, 544 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 89 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 games versus Fangio teams combined.
No, he's had more than that. I mean, he
I
had
don't
2
know.
with just Miami alone one year.
That is true. I think he got offensive player of the week every time he plays Fangio.
Probably. But yeah, I mean, that's just to give you an idea. He's done well against Vic Fangio teams. So
Oh man,
I'll have that stuff come Thursday. So
I was walking out of the stadium.
Dude, walking out of the stadium, it was an absolute nightmare walking out of the stadium. It had absolutely nothing to do with people, opposing fans or anything like that. For one, I'll tell you, I had about towards the end of the third quarter, I was making sure that my voice was well known to everybody in that entire stadium. So I had a massive fucking headache. My brain wanted to jump out of my head. I had a crazy, crazy headache. So my A's were getting a little bit lower towards the end of the game. And walking out, I was just trying to get them out in general. Still doing them because guess what? I'm still going to do them nuts like that. But walking out, dude, it was like cattle herd. It was everything worse than herding cattle. Because they're like building the new stadium that they're building. They're building it like pretty much right on top of that stadium. So they're like building the foundation of it around the stadium itself, and then they're going to demolish the old one.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Weird. All right.
So it's a construction zone around there. So you're going through a tight little corner to begin with out of the stadium, and then all their like all the upper levels are coming down, and it was a shit show getting out of there. It really was. Like there's only one way out. It's like good gracious.
Well, two things. Number one, you're probably walking out with Mike Runk, so nobody dares to fucking say anything to you.
I lost him. He went to go to the players. I wish he told me he was doing that. He went over to the players area.
I should have done that.
I know. I wish I'd known he was doing that. I didn't even think of it. I was just trying to get the hell out.
I didn't see any of his photos. Mike, if you're still watching, you should post them then, dude. Oh, that was I was gonna say 1 and 2. Nobody would say anything to you because you're with Mike. And number 2, just follow him, out leading through that pasture.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I turned the corner and was right there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, just because he's a very large guy doesn't mean that he gets through the places earlier. See, I have a 7-year-old. She gets through the place earlier or easier than he does. Because she can just maneuver in between people. And she jumped through a table.
Awesome. We need to get that on the 2026 edition of Breaking Tables intro videos.
Yeah, she was all about doing that. My wife was like, she doesn't have enough weight to break the table, Neil. And I'm like, so we ended up using the broken table already, and she went through that one. It worked.
Hey, FYI, Steelers are up 3-0.
Nice.
Let's go.
I picked them.
Let's go, baby.
Do you want to look at our picks?
Where we at our picks?
Well, currently, you guys all suck because you guys have only got. Oh wait, no, my apologies. Currently, me and Sean are tied at 3. You and Mike are tied at 2.
Oh, so you're saying me and Mike suck then?
So you and Mike suck at picking.
Sabres tied. Let's go. Playing the Panthers
now,
tonight.
Me and Sean have both picked Pittsburgh, so we're going to end up tied regardless. Mike can join that 3-way tie if Houston were to win and Pittsburgh were to lose. Brian, sorry.
I picked. Well, he's the only one to pick Houston.
He's the only one that picked Houston. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
so far, the only incorrect one I have is Philly. Man, I'll tell you one thing. Did you watch any of the Chargers game last night?
I did not, dude. Because after the bar, we decided to take a golf car out and go bar hopping.
Solid idea.
Yeah. Shut up, Mike. Does he know that we can ban him, right? We can ban him for forever from never making a comment.
No, I will say it was a blast hanging out with him. Like we got to actually like hangouts. I was left unsupervised with him for a little bit. I got dropped off at a bar with him. So first thing I did when I walked in there, we're like, we order a bucket of Blue Light. And she goes, yes, it's a little warm though. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll just dump it, douse it with ice. And I'm like, so what do we do in the meantime? Let's do a shot of Fireball. Why not?
Oh, you guys are really getting crazy, dude. Did you guys play pool and get beat by a guy with a broomstick?
Negative.
All right.
There's no pool table there.
Then it's not a true hanging out with Mike Runk story then, because
why would you think that a place that has 2 TVs set for Amazon Prime only was going to have a pool table?
No, dude. I was making a point that stop stealing my friends, guys. You and Sean always steal my friends. Oh, that's good.
For the record, I met Mike first.
That is true. That is true. In which you didn't even know about it, though. You know,
I didn't know about it.
You knew about you met him first, technically, but you didn't know about him until stories came out of fruition through this show, actually.
Oh, this is true. So Larry's friend Shandi, she joined us for a little while.
Shoddy, yeah, Shoddy.
She was ordered her food and everything. She came back. She was trying to leave. She goes, "No, can I get my tab pay and everything?" And he goes, "Honestly, I don't even know where your tab is, so you're good."
What?
Not even kidding.
Oh my God, that's Jacksonville.
The guy didn't ring anything up. He just didn't ring it up. I don't know. But he goes, "I can't find your tab."
Did you meet with Kenny and Joni?
No, I didn't see them at all. I want. There's 2 different players' grills in the area, and yeah, the one that was down south was packed to where they're like, "Don't even come here." This place here was still pretty busy.
Did they run out of alcohol or beer? I mean, or did they solve that problem after realizing their faults last time?
No, I think they ran out of it for a little bit. But I think that somebody smartened up a little bit and went to the store and got some. Because when we first got there, there was Blue Light bottles. And when we ended the evening, it was Blue Light cans.
Nice.
So somebody went to the store and got some cans.
Oh, man. Well, what a victory. We had a good time yesterday. I saw SoFlo Bills backers, baby. Just having a good time with everybody at Brennan's. Place was just a madhouse. It was packed. It was packed, dude.
Yeah.
Of course. And then next week, regardless if it's a 4:30 game or 8 o'clock game, which is going to probably be an 8 o'clock game, more than likely, it's going to be fucking packed.
It's going to be funny whenever Mike gets a W-2 next year for a bucket of beer from Players Grill.
he's gonna have to have a tax write-off. Isn't that labor law abuse or something? Man, Mike, you're awesome, buddy. Sorry I couldn't hang out with you guys, dude. I'm definitely never gonna go to Jacksonville. If it was Tampa, even if it's neutral site in Orlando, 100% would have gone. But not Jacksonville, though. Never. All right, let's get into final thoughts, Tampa Neil. Let's kind of wind this show down. Everybody had a good time yesterday, even though, like, literally, I wouldn't advise getting blood work the next morning because they'll definitely suspect something's wrong with you just by your pulse and your blood pressure, and just like imagine being friends with a cardiac doctor or something, and just he was like, "Hey, dude, you should probably stop yelling. So let's calm down a little bit. Let's calm down. We could see the blood pumping through your veins, dude." Final thoughts, Dabadiel.
Man, final thoughts. You gotta love playoff football, and yesterday really proved how much fun playoff football really is. Not just
If you
yesterday,
will.
the entire weekend, really. Like every game this weekend on Wild Card weekend was a close game, except for the fucking Chargers that just suck. So it was a lot of fun to watch football this weekend. It was a lot of fun being at the game. Yeah, I just can't wait for next week. Hopefully these injuries aren't as bad as what they're saying, and we get a lot of our guys back. They did announce that Ed Oliver will be practicing this week.
So he's on a. Did they open the window? Are they opening the window?
Yes.
Yes. That's
So-
amazing news.
It'll be really nice to have him back. Really nice.
Oh man. What a game. What a game. Buffalo Bills beat Jacksonville Jaguars 27-24. Call it a nail biter, but we were a better football team out there. And injuries hurt every team. But honestly, Joe Brady, Babbage, McDermott, they did a great job overcoming and beating this team, getting our first road victory. Makes me happier than shit. I'm glad Tap and Neil was there. Mike Ruck was there, and all our friends were there to watch that and not see a stinker, because that would have been a miserable time walking out of that construction zone.
No kidding.
So, good job, guys. Josh Allen, get healthy, baby. We need you, bro. We need you. You're going to be the sole reason why we get a championship. Just get through Denver. I'm not worried about any other teams out there. Maybe Texas. So let's go Steelers.
Not going to get through Steelers.
Let's go Steelers. End of the first quarter, Steelers still up 3-0. I'm going to turn that game on here after this.
Yeah, right. Final thing. I didn't know this until today when my wife told me this. After the game was over and we're doing, we went back to the parking lot, had a few more drinks and let cars go away. My wife was standing in line for the bathroom, and people with Jaguars stuff on in their car drove by, and my 7-year-old yelled to him, "Jaguars suck. Your team is trash."
Oh, I think your child listens or watches Breaking Tables a little too much. This is not for kids. This is not for children. Tap and Neil.
She told me, she said that, so I laughed my ass off. I'm like, that's my girl.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah. Oh man. Well, I'm glad everybody had a good time. I'm glad everybody got back safe. No injuries, no fights. I think last time Ryan Hickman was there, he ended up getting in a big fight and a lawsuit, whatever. So I'm glad everybody came out with all their fingers and toes, and the Buffalo Bills win to play Denver. More than likely at 8:30 next Saturday, and it's going to be a Saturday game, so people are coming out. So get there early. These are my final thoughts. I think Tab and Neil's, it's time for us to calm ourselves down, focus on the work week, get through this week, get into Denver, and let's go handle our business.
Sounds good. Well, was excited to see everybody this weekend. Love to talk more about it. So just feel free to keep some comments coming in. Make sure you listen to the show on Thursday. We're going to discuss the upcoming game, the game against Denver at Mile High. Man, I can't wait to see how far Allen's balls get thrown in that game. But, live show is going to be on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter/X. Make sure you pull us up, like us, share us, tell your aunts, your uncles, your neighbors. Don't tell your attorneys. Epic B.
I would not recommend that. But one thing about Denver, it's not going to be as moist and warm as it is in Jacksonville. So
it will not.
Bring your gloves. Get it cold. All right, everybody. We love you very much. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys Thursday night, 8 o'clock. I love ya. Bye. Oh, my voice is so fucked up from yesterday. Too much screaming like Davin Hill. Love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.